Yo, what's going on, guys? Austin and got Huke here with me with the LA Guerrillas. We're going to be answering some of your fan questions that you tweeted at us on Twitter. Let's get right into it. First one is from @Senwa. Question is, given the fact that you've all faced some sort of adversity over the past year, what have you learned from that and how do you think it'll help the team as a whole? I think, I don't know if I necessarily learned too many different things. I feel like I've been around the scene for a long time now. I've gone through adversity before, so I know, I've kind of already gone through that learning period from adversity. I think the main thing it's done for me is kind of just, I already have a pretty lit fire, but this definitely added to it and makes me just want to compete. I'm trying to enjoy the off season right now, but honestly, I'm just thinking about playing against some of these teams right now.
I don't know. I feel like I've learned. I've never been, in the situation where I'm not playing. So I think this year I have learned a lot. It taught me a lot about myself and how I still, even though I wasn't playing, I still had the drive to compete every single day. And that's kind of how I'm feeling going into the new year's. Just really ready to give my all into whatever's next. And I'm excited to do it with this team. So I learned a lot, but I just love the game, man. That's pretty much it. Yeah. @XRyan04 to SlasheR. He said, what is it that made you guys team together in 3 different COD titles? All right, for me personally, I remember the first time I teamed with Austin. I don't know if you remember this, Austin. I was hard gassing you, because I was like, I've never played with, at the time, I was just saying, I've never had this good of an AR on my team. And I don't know, me and him went, we got 5 seconds together that year or something like that?
Yeah, we did a lot while I was still in school too, so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fully give my all that year, but we still did well.
Yeah, wait, this is going to be the 4th title technically, right? That we team with each other? Because we played World War II.
If you count last year, I don't really count
Cold War
last
doesn't
year.
really count.
Yeah.
I don't count that. I mean, me and Austin have been a low-key duo. I mean, we could, I would say so. A low-key one, a super low-key one, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think I met you before even a lot of people don't know that. I met you before a lot of people knew about you, because I was good friends with Pluto, and your brother and him were really good friends. So that's how I met you, and we ended up picking you up on FaZe because I knew who you were, and obviously saw you play really well. But I mean, that question's pretty easy for me. I mean, Kyler's one of the most talented FPS players ever to play. So when you have the opportunity to play with him, you play with him. @JJosh_0662. What makes this team comp formidable to compete against the best in the league? Kind of what I said in that last one. Obviously, we have Kyler, one of the most talented FPS people, top sub in the game. Won champs a year ago. You have Asim, more that support sub, will be helping Kyler out. He obviously had a really good season, especially at the beginning of last season. Super underrated right now, and just an overall good team player. I became pretty good friends with him last year as well. Pierce, one of the best flexes. I've had a lot of success with Pierce. He's also got a chip on his shoulder and a lot to prove right now, which is kind of our team, right? That's kind of how our whole team is right now, which is going to be good because we're going to be working hard. And then obviously me at the AR to kind of round things out. So the pieces just kind of fit together on their own. We don't have to worry about roles or anything like that. It just fits.
Yeah, no, I would agree with pretty much all of that. I mean, I think we just all have a drive to be the best we can be as individuals and as a team.
Next one, AJ Kyles 1. For Huke, do you feel like you have a chip on your shoulder after everything that happened last year?
In a way, yes. I mean, honestly, everything that happened last year, it was a very interesting experience for me. It was humbling because, I did make my own mistakes for sure. I've learned a lot as a player. I've learned a lot throughout the years. I've been competing for 8 years, so I'm just excited to really with all the things I've learned, put it all to use this year with the team and just myself individually and just give it my all. That's, I guess, a chip in my shoulder, but at the end of the day, it's just the passion for the game, and that's what drives me. From Inodus, could you talk about the discussions leading into the formation of the team? Who reached out to who? Why did they come to mind? Are there any qualities or specifications that the players were looking for in each other in their org?
I think the way it kind of came about, well, obviously, I think you were the first person actually to be on the roster because you were still under contract.
Yeah.
So you got transferred from LAT, so you were on LAG. Obviously, I wanted to play with you. You had like some players you wanted to play with. I had some players I wanted to play with. We talked a little bit. Obviously, talked to Ricky and Bevels a lot as well, and some of the other players we were looking at. And then you really wanted to team with Pierce and Asim, and I thought Pierce was by far the best flex option we can get. And I'd been like looking at playing with Asim as well and talking to him. I was even talking to him and before the season was over last year and was like, dude, you're super underrated. Like, you kind of like did really well for yourself this year and you're going to end up on a good team next year. So I just kind of like heard you out, listened to you, and then thought about the pieces. I was like, yeah, this makes sense. And then we kind of just all came together. Everyone wanted to play with each other and just made it happen.
Yeah. No, yeah, and teaming with Pierce, I don't know, I've never teamed with Pierce, but he's always been a player that I really wanted to team with because I think he's extremely smart when it comes to the game, and the way he talks and the way he thinks about the game is I'm very like-minded with him on those aspects. So teaming with him was definitely a high choice. And then Asim, I've known him before he was pro, so I'm super excited to play with him because he's just an awesome like individual in general, on top of just being amazing at the game. And as we know, Austin teamed with him for years, one of the best ARs in the league. So yeah, that's how.
And I think the thing that was super enticing for all of us is that we all recognize that we are all super hard workers. Like, we all play eights, we all play league play, whatever it is. We're all watching. Like, we work just as hard as anyone else in the league. So if we can keep that up next year, we should be set up for success. All right, moving on to the next one. At Viking UK_. What do you want the third game mode to be in Vanguard? Well, I wish we could strap on jetpacks and play uplink for game 3. But
I was thinking the same thing.
Since we can't do that, I'm gonna go with. I kind of like Control, but I didn't like it that much in Cold War. I think that was because of the maps we played it on. But I feel like in Black Ops 4 is really good. I'm not a big fan of CTF, but it kind of just depends on what maps they give us. Like what. It's between those two for me. Whichever one would work better on the maps they give us. I'm gonna just go with Control though, because I think Black Ops 4 Control was lit.
Yeah, I would say Control, but if not Control, I'm not against playing that new game mode because I don't know. I generally like playing new things and adjusting to new things because it makes it more fun, the learning process more fun. And I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's something new to learn, and I think that's good for the scene just in general. But obviously it has to be good, so I've never played it, but I wouldn't be against playing that patrol game mode. It seems pretty good. I don't know. It's from Izalith. How do you feel about now getting a chance to play against Kenny for the first time since World War II?
I mean, I haven't really even thought about it like that, to be honest. I mean, when the time comes, maybe I'll think about it more. It's kind of crazy because we teamed together for a long time, but it was time for me to move on. Obviously, I'm excited to play against the LA Thieves team. My eyes are set on FaZe. I think that's the bar that's set right now. We need to worry about beating them more than any other team because they're by far better. Alrighty. Axelrod_09. What is the biggest factor going to the season that the squad will be focusing on? From my point of view, I think the biggest thing is it's kind of like every team. It's getting us on the same page, making us gel inside of the game. I feel like we have the right roles, the right mix to make it happen, but it's just about putting it into practice. And obviously learning the game the fastest is going to be important as well. But I think as long as we're gelling inside of the game especially, we're going to compete for championships.
Yeah. No, everything Austin said, and then just from my perspective, I mean, just to add on a little bit of that, it's just really coming together as a team. I mean, we have the pieces to work hard, so that won't be an issue. Or it's just really coming together and, like you said, getting on the same page. And I think that is the main thing to be focused on for sure this year. That'll lead us to excel.
Bean_EU asked, how are you guys feeling about the LA Derby, LAG versus LAT, and who will come out on top? Obviously, I'm excited to play them, especially after last season. There's going to probably be a little bit of a rivalry there. I mean, there definitely is in my eyes, so I'm excited to play against them. Hopefully we come out on top, but, only time will tell. Like I said, can't wait to play against them.
I mean, I got nothing against them, but, since we're both the LA teams, we got to come out on top. You know what I'm saying?
What would be your dream league format? Like league matches, majors, online versus LAN. Like, what's your dream format?
Dude, they got to bring back opens for the culture. I don't know, dude. The AW year was pretty intense. I mean, they had 2Ks and 5Ks every. It was intense, but it kind of made it fun because like you always had something to play. There was like constant competition. We were playing 2Ks, 5Ks every weekend, and then on top of that, there was like 13 open events or something like that. There's 13 events, like 9 opens. I don't know. I would just say I'm a big fan of open events because it gives an opportunity for amateurs to come into the pro bracket and make a name for themselves, and that's kind of how I came up.
There's just more matches too being played in those
more
events.
matches, yeah.
It's constantly something to watch. You're
100%.
playing 3 or 4 times a day at least. Those things were definitely dope. I think the biggest 2 things for me are, number 1, obviously everything being on land. That is the most important thing by far. Number 2, the format. The only thing I actually care about is I don't think teams should be starting in losers, and I don't think teams should be starting in winners round 3. It should be a normal bracket. Figure out how to do it. Whether that's, only 8 teams qualifying for like through a pool system or whatever for the bracket. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, but teams only having to win 3 matches to win an event is kind of absurd to me. And teams starting in loser round 1, especially when it was online, is also kind of messed up. But those are the big 2 for me.
Alrighty, and that is all the questions that we have for you guys today. And I appreciate all the fans and viewers watching this, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.